Boom! We are off with another episode of Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Alan Snyder, here with my boy, bringing AJ Brown to his white party. It's Zach Elias. What's up, buddy?
I got nothing after that. Wow. Yeah, well, that was a good one. Well done. I would bring him.
Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. Tuesdays, we do it live. Saturdays, we post it later. Got a whole gaggle of episodes. If this is your first time, if this is your last time, make sure you're downloading these episodes. Check me out on Instagram, YouTube, trying to grow everything, even TikTok, which is back now. And remember, the next time you go to the bank and you have to interact with the teller, make sure you tell them about our podcast, Booze Your Daddy.
If anyone makes small talk with any sort of teller or ticket taker or toll booth operator, I am poking in line, yelling at them. Stop doing your fucking taxes. You can do it later. Move it along. I'm out of my mind if it's anything other than straight business, homie.
We like when people love us, but we love when people hate us.
Sorry, that triggered me. Like the Girl Scout cookies. I had that. I was holding some stuff in.
Yeah, I didn't know how many foists you were going to actually say, but you went for it.
It's a foist.
3 times.
Thrice? Thrice foisted.
Well, officially, it's the end of the road of watch Zach drink.
Yes.
And
the Ravens and Mark Andrews' hands.
It wasn't an Andrews problem. That game was over. The turnovers. The Andrews thing was, I also know people were
problem, but
things could have played out differently. The way I saw that Ravens game, if you flip those 2 possessions, the Andrews fumble doesn't happen. We go down and score. We would have gone for 1. The Bills come
one anyway.
Bills come down, kick a field goal, we lose. And I think that would have been way worse.
You should have gone for 1 on the first touchdown because there's a whole quarter to go, and new football tells you to always go for the 4th and 12. Go for 2.
As my punishment, as the end of the football season happens, I will be taking a shot. But first, Zach, even when it stops being funny, it comes back.
That's always good.
So,
why is he dressed in, like, what's with the hat and the shorts? And
Wee Willie. I have no idea.
He's young.
But, hey, Bills, here's to you.
What is it?
It's the same shitty vodka last time.
Is it a full bottle? I think a half bottle.
It was a full one. ALB. I got like the 2 for $3 deal, whatever they had.
Nice. 99 Luft bananas.
Zach, why don't you tell everybody what you are drinking?
This was so good last time. I'm going back with the Molson Canadian.
Oh, so good.
So good.
So jelly.
Oh, yes. What are you having?
Staying with the theme, still got Georgia on my mind from the Fall Line Brewing Company, Macon, Georgia Daily Rind Wheat Ale. It is a 5% alcohol by volume. Release the Kraken.
It's good nuts.
Cheers.
Dude,
you better rally because I am exhausted and you've yawned twice in the first couple minutes.
Yawns don't mean tired.
I'm pretty sure that's literally what they mean. Put this back in my coos, calling this the ASMR. Are you getting tired of this bit yet?
Very much so.
Well, Zach, I can't help but notice no special congratulations from your wife yesterday to me. Is there anything you would like to extend to me and my wife?
I extended a happy anniversary.
But does that count for Jenna too?
No, absolutely not. I'm not her keeper. I said, happy anniversary. You're welcome. I pulled the Zlatan on you.
Zach, I was...
meanwhile, Julia didn't answer, but that's Julia.
I was kept in the dark yesterday about what the plans were going to be for our anniversary. I was just told, make sure I'm home early. I got home. She was dressed up nice. I knew I needed to shave and shower and get ready. I come down
like a seal, kiss him a rose.
I come downstairs and Julia said, just so you know,
pregnant?
I have somebody coming over tonight. And I was like, I'm down if you are.
Well, you wasn't a dude. It could have been me.
Episode 265, calling this one.
Look, but do not touch. You had a threesome, a no-touch threesome?
No, she was just babysitting, and we actually went out for a very lovely dinner last night.
Oh.
But I got to hook, line, and sinker, which was perfect. No, it was really fun. It was one of Milo's teachers. She came over. She babysat, and then we went out for...
I thought you had a three. That's how he gets his good grades.
I'm aware of what I was doing, Zach. It was a whole little bit there for you. But for us, Julia took me to this place up in Montclair, which is the same people who moved to the Hamptons or the Upper West. It's all the same type of person.
My mother-in-law calls it better than New York. Better than the city.
It has a little bit of a city feel. We went to a restaurant that was ramen Italian fusion, which
Ooh, circle gets the square. I've got something with that. Go.
so you basically was if
Menzies.
you take one Italian menu, take a ramen menu, and just start picking stuff up and putting them together. We had gyoza filled with cacio e pepe. We had fried galama with teriyaki sauce on it.
Please tell me you had a sake calijoute.
I did not have them at the same time, but Julia did heat up sake, put it in a little mug container to keep it warm, and she brought a bottle of red wine. So I had red wine and hot sake. I guess I was kind of
no cream soda. You need like sake and cream soda. That's the drink.
Anyway, it was a really good time.
Kamikaze calijoute.
It was a really fun time, and I just want to shout out to that. Clearly, that's not where we were going to be going talking today. I also wanted to bring up as far as something, this was going to make my pizza do list, but I don't know how good it is. There was a pizza place up in Buffalo that was doing a guaranteed Buffalo wins or your pizza and wing is free. You had to order by the Tuesday. It was like large pizza and wings. Do you think they would have made good on it?
Yes.
Really? Because
yeah,
I would have 100% bought from this place. You're telling me if the whole town, they would have been out thousands and thousands of dollars.
Promotion. I assume they're doing well. I'm sure they're like a big thing there.
I think they're really going for it.
You have to make good, or else you get destroyed.
Let's talk about the best thing that I saw from Monday. He got caught red-handed. Did you see Mark Zuckerberg getting caught staring at Bezos' girlfriend's tatas?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
He's not touching.
Episode 265. Look, but don't touch.
I mean, they caught a glimpse of it. It's okay. She's got big tatas.
Take a picture. It lasts longer.
He's got plenty of those. It's all on his site, all on Facebook.
Did you see what she was wearing? This like white boosty caca thing that brought it
up?
Yeah,
with the see-through bra. At the end of the day, you know, Tony Gonzalez had her first.
I'm just saying, like, I remember forever ago for a deep cut, MTV summer of 98, 99, whatever it was, where Jesse Camp had just won the Do You Want to Be a VJ? And he went around with some chick and the girl had a little camera and they were interviewing anybody. Everybody stares. If you're going to put them out there, people are going to look.
So here's what I've said about that. If you want people to look at your feet, wear fun shoes. That's my only answer. You got that going on. Where am I going to look? If you were wearing a festive hat, I'd look at your hat. People are inquisitive. Like the shoes, man.
Here's a business idea. You know those things where the bottle caps where you look under it and it's like I plus boat minus this? We should start making shoes that have that on there. People would be staring down trying to figure this stuff out all day.
Like on the sole? Or on the top?
On the top.
Pretty good.
$1 million idea.
The other thing, steal it. His shoes are better.
I have to give a shout out to one of my best buddies from back in the day. He always coined it like the best day of the year. You know this very well in New York City.
Rex Manning Day?
Sometime in March where the weather just breaks. We've been in jackets all winter long. The weather breaks and the tatas come out walking down the street. You just start seeing spaghetti straps, cleavage out, and you and I we just like, this is the best day ever because you can look, but you can't touch.
Yeah, it's a good day.
Do you know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, it's usually April, but he's not far off.
It was always a good one there. I think that might be it. That's all I really had about anything. Yeah. The other thing I want to talk about with the boobies being pressed up, I've never been pulled over where I wasn't the driver, but how many times have you seen on TV where the person is just like, hold on, let me put Rachel on Friends. Let me put these things up. So when the cop, like, they're there for a reason. People know what they're doing. And
so I can't name them. Someone I know.
Lefty and righty?
Not all that close. But this person said that when she can't get a cab, she gets rides with cops, like in cop cars. I go, how do you do that? He goes, I just show my tits.
Excuse me, Mr. Officer.
No, she just goes, can you take me up to the Upper East Side? No. It's just business.
Is she a half-sis sibling of yours?
No. No, they wouldn't do that. They make me pay for their Uber.
I don't know.
God forbid they reach for the check.
My tip for people, I've been pulled over maybe a handful of times in the last couple of years. Got a ticket once. The other 2 times, I put my hands on the steering wheel when the cop came up, immediately disarmed him. Immediately, he was just like, okay, because back in the day, you always sit there, you're like, all right, sit, speak when spoken to, don't move. And
I use big words.
The cop comes around and they don't know what they're looking at. Hands on the steering wheel, both times, no ticket. You're welcome.
Pretty good. I use big words. Try to throw them off.
Hey, quirky, be jerky.
Ooh, we changed it up. I got topics. So here we go.
I got time.
Yeah. Prince Harry, in the short though, Prince Harry's Invictus Games replaces rifles with lasers. U.S. veterans aren't happy. They want bullets.
I have no idea. Invictus Games? What is this?
Yeah, he's got some games that they do. Shooting thing, running. It's like a track and field kind of thing. They're going to be held in, and no more like shooting in the rifle events. They're just laser guns.
That's your Prince Harry news from the week? Because he just won a ton of money from Rupert Murdoch.
Huh?
He was slandered, and then he just won all the money from Rupert Murdoch. Okay.
North Dakota waitress, mother of 6, confronts customer who allegedly stole her tips. That money is mine. Now, she's fighting with this guy. She is a Perkins waitress. They must be tough times at Perkins now that Tiger Woods is not winning, tournaments. Because if you want to make money at Perkins, you don't make it with your tips. You make it with Tiger.
I don't get where you're going with this story. I feel like I'm getting half of what.
If somebody used to bang Perkins waitresses.
I get that part.
So someone was stealing tips and she flipped out on them.
Did you purposely bring that story up just to make the Tiger Woods joke?
Yeah.
You need a little bit of work, but the joke is there. I did appreciate the effort. Yeah. So wait, if somebody was trying to steal my tips at Perkins, I would not be happy.
Right. But it's easy to just bang Tiger. You make all the money then. Don't have my tips. That's the tip. All right. Quote, you're the worst actress accused of swiping $500K from ex-Vegas Golden Knights owner and now claims she's broke. Jennifer Cucciamante, 45, was having a thing with one of the Maloofs. Apparently, he stole $500,000 from her, and now she's broke. That's her.
He stole from her?
No, she stole from him, pardon.
Yeah, I think I did see that, and she wasn't ugly.
No, she's like a little busted, but so she's pretty good. Where do you buy that outfit? I guess Vegas.
Yeah, they have lots.
But now she's broke, so she can't pay him back anyway, so what are you going to do?
This is the same thing I saw with Cam Newton. Like, you fly too close to the sun. You're spending way too much money. The checks stop eventually.
Balenciaga's barefoot zero shoes slammed over horrendous design. These are the epitome of what are those? Ew. It's just your toe covered and like feet out. Balenciaga. The zero shoe.
What do they go for? How much?
No price yet. They're not out. They're still in design, but they're slammed for being gross. They're gonna be $400 at least. What?
Yeah, no, I have no idea. It's gonna be.
Did you see Elon Musk flash the Heil?
What are your thoughts?
You think good for him?
You really think he's that? That was like his. Who was the congressman who was like, "Yeah"? I
don't know. He seemed to know it. He seemed to know his way around it.
The best clip I saw was Barron Trump in the foreground, Elon behind him, and it was 2 different types of autism because Barron was just doing the like stare, and Elon was tweaking.
Mm-hmm. Like, that's pretty good.
I do not think he is racist or a Nazi or Hitler. I literally think he just doesn't know how to. Do you think he played on his high school varsity baseball team?
No, I don't think he did.
He's the type of guy.
South Africa, they don't have baseball, they have cricket.
He would fist pump like this.
Ooh, the limp pump? I don't like it.
Well, it's tight fist, but.
Yeah, but it's still limp.
Which way to the weight room?
Exactly, that way. Bougie NYC arcade for kidgery prizes like Hermes bags, Chanel wallets, and I don't bother bringing quarters to play. It costs more than that. $50 a pull for a claw machine. $50 claw machine, but you can win, like a Rolex and Hermes.
We're in reruns.
Not into it?
But I've told you, if
what? We brought that up?
We're in reruns, but I've told you this about, I know a guy, and I think you said you know a person, 9 out of 10 could win the claw game every time we went out.
Oh, yeah, she's lights out.
Yeah, my buddy, a guy I played hockey with, John, he was great.
Jen Santoro, like blindfolded lefty, just lights out. Okay. From your state of Maryland, a mom learned the state declared her dead when she tried to renew her driver's license. She says, I'm surprised because I'm here. In a rare typo, after being stuck with a pile of bills, a rare typo led to the state declaring her dead.
Oh, man. That's like the guy on the zoo.
I'm
not a cat. I'm a person.
I got a little frightened. I'm not going to lie. The mother of 3 told NBC, I'm surprised because I'm here. Oh, God bless Maryland. Okay.
Hey, give me a town. Did you have more than that or no?
Oh, it didn't say. It didn't say. Mob Wife star Natalie DiDonato reported missing after failing to board 2 flights home. Yeah, she's definitely on the
no fly
list. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, she's Drea De Matteo over there.
Sleeping with the fishes.
Something like that. I mean, I would say she's not bad, but she's probably dead now. I would assume.
I don't know if I told you this. I was seeing a patient recently, and like their house was amazing. I'm looking out the back door. It's just like the neighborhood, and the lady points out. I think she's staying with her son. She goes, "See that house over there? They're going to be on the next season of Housewives." I'm like, "Oh, nice,
pretty good." So, in a place we just frequented, I cannot believe there was Southerners playing ice hockey in New Orleans streets. That was cool.
8 inches of snow.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say.
Also, the people that were asking about your shoes, also 8 inches.
Yeah, at least. Those guys knew what they were doing, those skaters. They were good.
I heard Houston got hit with snow, and the city shut down because they just have no idea what to do.
Yeah, they don't have plows. We're just wait for it to melt. That's the whole thing.
But I have to give them a little bit of credit. I don't know if I ever told you, I went to Michigan for an interview for grad school with my mother, and it was one of the worst snowstorms ever. Her and I are in a car, maybe going 35 on a highway. We almost got ran off the road by the Michigan people up there who were like, get these idiots out of here. And like the whole time we're like, slow down, we're going to die. And people were going 70 like it was just
you froze.
You've been freezing this whole time. Shit happens.
Have I? Uh-oh. Okay, nevertheless, yeah, I almost got run off the road or myself off the road. We got snowed in pretty much on Saturday. We almost ran out of gas trying to floor it. The whole thing was a scene. We had to call AAA, but then we decided we didn't want to spend $130 for gas, so we just limped to the gas station eventually the next day.
What was your plan? Floor it, and if you run out, you just trickle to the gas station?
No, well, that would have been the problem. We were trying to floor up the driveway, only to realize like the gas is just popping down. So like it doesn't know that I'm going not going 160, that I'm going 1. So yeah, there's that. So Biden pardoned a shit ton of his family members on his last minutes out.
Fauci too. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're president. Would you preemptively pardon any member of your family? As maybe Grammy. That's all I got. Maybe. They're all guilty, we assume. Every Snyder and
they're all guilty.
Yeah, they're all guilty. Every Snyder and Eisenberg are guilty. Rothman's the whole bit.
I would pardon my mother. Same thing. I pardon my mother. The rest of them can rot in jail.
They can figure the hell out. Yeah. And he would do well in prison.
Although, all right.
I was in cushion out of him.
I didn't know where you were going with this. Again, this is a little too serious for us to be talking about. The weirdest part about Biden is he pardoned a ton of people on death row. Yeah. 2 of them are not happy because when you're pardoned on death row, you're basically now you don't get to appeal your case anymore. No new evidence. So you're not going to die, but you're still stuck in jail. And
you're
2 of them
real jail.
Right. 2 of them were like, no, I didn't do this. And I have new evidence and I'm trying to get out of here.
Yep. In the you had one job category, you've got to have this one. The mayor of Philadelphia can't spell Eagles.
What?
E-L-G-S-E-S, Eagles.
Oh,
it is not Buccaneers. It's not even Commanders. It's Eagles.
And being even different, do you know the Fly Eagles Fly song? I could do it word
not by heart, but I know the song.
Right. That's
fly, Eagles, fly.
To the road to victory.
There's a lot of other like lines to it. It's pretty stupid.
I know the whole thing from my buddy who's going to the game, and that's that.
Just as bad as Go Cubs Go. That's an earworm.
Oh, that's a good song, though.
It's an earworm. It's shameless. They promote WGN in the song. It's nonsense.
Better than the LA I love this place. That song is horrible.
They crank up the Randy Newman. I just see the Mets walking off. That's all I see when they crank the Randy Newman up. But yeah, you got to watch the video. She goes through the chant. It's not right on your hand if you have to.
The Eagles thing is bad. I meant to bring this up forever ago. The guy who was running for vice president, Waltz, I think his name was.
Yeah.
Did you know that one of the things that really bothered me, I didn't want to bring this up during the election, but now I can. Apparently he says he like played sports. He's a big sports fanatic. And then he was doing a bunch of like Zooms with headphones on, talking to whoever. And he said, oh yeah, I remember that game. They did a pick six.
Not good.
And you're like, oh, do you know what I got? Do you know what I got a lot of shit for from one of our videos from this past weekend, talking about the Tennessee game that they lost 43-73? People were irate that I did that. I was like, well, they don't know I'm a huge sports fan, but at the same time, I was like, that's not that bad. 43-73? Like, what was I supposed to say? They lost by 30?
They had 12 shots the whole game?
No. I'm talking about me saying the loser score first.
Oh, I don't. Yeah,
it didn't bother me that much, but the internet was not happy.
Well, fuck them. NYC Ramen Burger. Callback.
Been there.
It was rated. What? You have?
Yeah, they had it at Smorgasburg. It wasn't horrible.
NYC's Ramen Burger is rated among the world's worst foods, but you should check out its gross competition. Ew. That thing you had?
Yeah. It's
ramen noodles with a burger.
Yeah, Julie and I went to the Smorgasburg in Williamsburg where they had that. And then, yeah, it was delicious. It was so good.
It is. It looks pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. So there's that. I've been to this place, Barzini's on the Upper West Side.
Who has? It's
a grocery store. It's essentially the fruit guy.
Stop talking. I lived across the street, dude.
Okay, let's dance. Beloved NYC Groceries. Did you go there a lot?
All the time. You ate many hot dogs from there.
Beloved NYC Grocery Store defies orders to close after alleged vermin invasion. 7-year-old cheese found in inventory. We've neglected it. Of 7 years.
Their cheese selection was rivaled by none. It was so much cheese.
Cruise passengers horrified. I mean, this could very well be Allison and the rest of the sons. Cruise passengers are horrified as workers parade around while dressed as KKK members, and their explanation is mystifying.
I saw it.
You saw it.
What was their explanation? Because all I heard from the video was the commentator going, "Is that housekeeping?"
Yeah, the explanation, are we seeing this correctly? They said, they just said, what the hell? They didn't really have one. Snow cones, what they said? We're dressed as snow cones upside down.
No.
That's insane. For a Christmas event on the Pacific Explorer from Melbourne to Hobart in December.
I had a teacher at Hobart. He was fantastic.
That sounds about right. So this is...
Wait. There's no better time to bring this up. I really just need to post this picture so I don't ever lose it. My older brother, not go dogs, when we were cleaning out Julia's parents' house, we found like a million pictures from everything. And one of them was from Halloween from forever ago. He dressed up one year as a putty from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Remember the... No. Did you not watch that show?
I'm a little old for it.
Okay. The picture of this, you look at it and you're like, so you were a Grand Poobah? What exactly did you dress? I have this picture. I have it somewhere. Zach, he looks like a KKK member. It's like a 9-year-old kid. And the parents are like, he's a putty. It's great. It is one of my favorite. I've been debating at like my funeral just to have that picture up.
The 11-year-old kid in Pittsburgh. Do you hear about this? The Paul Skeens card? He found a card that is a Paul Skeens 1 of 1. It is the rarest card around now. Skeens wants it. The Pirates are making him this offer. They're offering him, essentially, the cards could be worth a ton, but the Pirates are offering 2 Pirates season tickets behind home plate for the next 30 years, a meet and greet with Skeens, 2 Skeens autographed jerseys, a softball game at PNC Park for him and his 30 idiot friends with coaching from the Pirates alumni, and a Pirates game with Livy Doon. I had to Google her.
I was about to say,
street.
If you throw in a picture of Livy Dunn, maybe topless, done. Oh,
topless? Is she old enough to be topless?
Yeah. You know, she was super famous before he became a thing, and
Yeah.
now he's. This almost made my short list. If you heard the Pirates had a fan fest, and the whole time the fans were just yelling at them. Do you hold fan fest if you're a shit team, shit organization?
No. So they say the value of the card with inflation is $881. The value of the whole package over the 30 years is $881,000. Now, the thinking is if this guy becomes the next superstar, this card could be worth $12 million.
Okay.
If he is one of one, I don't take the deal. Deal's crazy. Fun though. You take it
all day. I rained on my friend's parade. Was it last year's baseball trip? Somebody brought baseball cards, and they had so much fun opening the 2024 I was just there. I was like, I couldn't care less. They go, if you don't turn your frown upside down, you're not going to get a pack. I was like, you can burn my pack. I could not give a shit about baseball.
You bought me a box of 85 cards.
Yeah, but those from like 1985.
Yeah, those were great.
It was great. Oh, that was fun.
So you're just complaining because they're current cards. If they broke out the 91 Fleer set, you'd have been 6 to midnight, right?
You say the word Donruss, and we're already rolling.
Oh, those are shit cards. Those poor people's cards.
Or was the stadium the upper deck?
Upper deck.
Oh, so good. I just can't get over how cheap all those cards were, and they're worth nothing.
Yeah, they're worth literally cardboard. But the deal is good. I would hold out for money.
Okay.
Or if here's the other thing I would say, fine. If you don't want this, I want a job with the Pirates when I graduate wherever. Now we're talking real money. A lifetime job. Maybe DePodesta.
He's a Pirates fan, this kid, right?
Yeah.
I want Skeens to commit to a second contract with the Pirates, and I'll give him the card.
What does that do for me? I want.
He's leaving the second. He is going to be wearing Dodgers blue or pinstripes of some sort.
Yeah, so you better the getting's good. So if you're not going to get money for this thing, you'd still be a rookie, and it's still one of one. Job in the Pirates front office when you graduate for life or until you fuck up real bad. Okay. That would be awesome. Job with the O's?
Yeah, take my money.
Right, take the card.
Here, absolutely.
And the handy from Livy Dunn.
No.
No?
No, she's not doing that.
She might. I mean, money. If you don't ask, the answer is always no.
Brings me back to my first topic. You can look, but don't touch.
Maybe it is a touch. How do you know? It's the card. It's one of one. I think it's one of one.
You know what I say way too much to patients? Sometimes I go, look. You can look, but don't touch. You can touch, but don't taste.
Yeah. That costs more, huh?
You can taste, but don't smell.
You can do whatever you want, patient. You got days to live. Enjoy. All right, that's what I got.
Wow. Slow news week. You had a lot, but
a ton of crap.
I don't know if you had any minerals in there, buddy.
No, the schemes was my best stuff. Or the Klansman.
Hey, Zach. What you watching?
So I tried to get going on Shoresy. Didn't happen yet, but it will. It's the next thing we have. We have like an episode and a half more of Industry. It's just more, Iranian ponytail cock. But nevertheless, we're finishing this up. We can really only do one show at a time because that's just who we are. But Shoresy is next on the list once this episode and a half is over.
Have you heard? Did you text your boy?
Yeah, he didn't answer that part of the question, so it means he probably doesn't watch it and he's probably embarrassed. So I asked him 3 questions that was in there and he didn't answer that one.
I got more than one person that listened to this podcast texted me to go, you don't watch Shoresy? And I responded with, I'll just talk off air. I was like, are you an asshole? Tell me about this. I assumed you were watching it. I'm going to ruin it. One joke that just killed me. I was watching this morning from the 3rd season because they're smart, but they're hockey smart. And the guy's going back and forth with a chick. And she's like, do you know how dumb you are? You probably can't even name 2 continents. He goes, ketchup and relish. How about it?
Oh my gosh.
The show absolutely kills me.
Okay.
All right. I have something that I don't think you should watch, but I tried to get through it because it popped up. It's called Don't Die, The Man Who Wants to Live Forever. It's a documentary about some asshole who's spending every single second of his life trying to reverse his aging or at least slow it down. I had to Google it because he has unlimited monies. He's invented Venmo and sold it, or invented PayPal and sold it. One of the early That's how he made all his money. So I'm watching. They're just listing stuff online that you cannot keep up with. I hit pause on the screen because I want to read it. I'm in medicine adjacent, and I want to
kill the guy.
There was a million supplements, a million treatments. The one I couldn't get over, and I'm not even sure what it is. It was penis shockwave therapy.
I'm in.
I'm out.
I'm in. What does it do? I mean, I get what it is. They slap things on your dick and they shock it, but like, does it make it bigger? Does it make it better?
I assume it's to prevent ED. Okay.
I would take a shock. Like let's start at 1, not 10, but let's see where it goes. Maybe it's fun.
Pete Shadu of the week. I got 12 candidates. Let's get through this. First one. Well, she could win any week. Hopefully it's not this week. My sister went off last week. My nephew doesn't eat, but he's obsessed with Red Robin. So they go there a lot. It's also pretty cheap and right near their house. You know what?
I've seen a sign on the highway for it once.
Keep driving. It's absolute trash. The only cool thing they do is
it better than like the 99?
Yeah, better than that. But like, it's worse than Chili's, worse than Applebee's.
Better than Perkins?
Depends if Tiger's there or not. But they do never-ending fries, which is kind of cool. They bring you like a tiny basket, and
it's
like
not man.
You can keep going. Anyways, my sister tells me on one of the nights they go, they do something called Kiss Burgers. Keep it simple burgers, where you basically get a cheeseburger, which is normally $15, but they give it to you for like 11 or something like that.
That's not being an $8 proposition. A hamburger.
Everything's gone up, man. Biden's America.
Moreover,
not
anymore.
So my sister, she orders, I just want a plain hamburger because she doesn't want the lettuce, the tomato, all the things. She goes, but could you add cheese to it? And the lady's like, absolutely, whatever you need. Well, at the end of it, they get the bill. The Kiss burger is like $10. The burger my sister got was $13. She was livid. She goes, timeout.
Manager, please.
She goes, I wanted a Kiss burger. What's the difference? She goes, no, you ordered a hamburger with cheese without the stuff. She goes, I wanted the Kiss burger without all the stuff. The lady's like, that's not what you said.
Ooh.
In my head, I'm like, they're not going to help you. They want you to spend. Also, the waitress, probably not a brain surgeon. I don't think she was thinking like that. She writes down what you say, pushes it in the thing, and then you pay the money.
That's so good. And she must have gone irate.
I don't know if she actually got the money off, but I know.
No.
Look, it was enough that it made it back to me. Like, she was like, oh, you'll never believe what happened last night.
Was Jason there to keep it calm or just her?
He doesn't care. He's just like, she's doing her thing.
She's doing let her cook.
Let her cook. Next candidate.
So good.
I'm not saying that Trump.
Who should do the restaurant or her? Her.
It's your show, dude. I'm not saying that Trump is an idiot, compulsive, asshole liar. I'm not out here to point fingers. Let's just say he is, or maybe. People are going absolutely bananas that he took his oath not touching the Bible. When he swore in at 45, he was. This time, hand was at the side, and he refused to put his hand on the Bible when he said, I solemnly swear. My problem with this story is, if he is going to do illegal things, immoral things, you think putting his hand on a Bible means anything?
It could be a Wolverine comic. Like, what's the difference? What is it, a Bible anyway?
I try to live a really honest, wholesome life. Putting a Bible in front of me or a Torah does nothing. I'm not changing anything. I will lie the way I would before. I will.
Do you get to take it with the little Torah finger, though? I think it's great.
What is that called?
The metal finger, dealie.
Nah, there's a real name for it.
I want one. By the way, someone asks you to read something and you break that thing out, you're suddenly the life of the party.
Amen.
Yeah. Like, you're on a menu, you bring that thing with you, would be the best.
I'm worried that I might be online too much. My algorithm recommended to me to watch the winning lift at the 2024 Forklift World Championships. I watched a lot of this video. It was a guy driving a forklift.
Like, the forklift is the athlete, though.
Well, the skill is the like. I'm watching this thing. One, I could do it. The guy did nothing special. Two, September this year in Rwanda. Want to go?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
But then it'll be ruined. Like, every time you go to a place, the place gets Rwanda can't get much worse. But how much did it lift?
It wasn't about how much could it lift. It was the precision that you could do something with the forklift.
I guarantee you, Magnus for Magnuson could lift it without the forklift.
Okay, again, not a weight thing. This is
with precision.
This is a ridiculous world championship. Is this better or worse than the air guitar championships that they hold in Vegas? This is better?
It's better.
You're out of your mind.
It takes more skill to do the forklift. At least there's an apparatus.
What is the learning curve to this forklift?
What's the learning curve to air guitar?
I bet you I could out air guitar you all day.
No way.
Okay. All right. I should have put this higher, but I was afraid. Did you see that the freed Israeli hostages are going home from Hamas with gift bags?
What?
It's really bad.
Hamas has merch?
There is some type of, to commemorate their experience. I don't think they're giving that one girl her fingers back, which is absolutely horrible. And I really, really mean this seriously. Like, everything that happened, absolutely terrible. What the hell are they doing? This is not
Derek Jeter?
It's not the Grammys. It's not the Oscars. There's no swag when you leave captivity.
We got Paul Scene's card.
I can't believe you didn't see this story. And it's way too serious. Like, look, taking somebody prisoner.
What do they have in there? Like a hat?
It's pretty tone deaf. Sending them home with like, hey, everybody had fun, yes? I can't do an accent.
It was good.
I heard on the news.
Insane.
It's gonna win. It's too good not to.
Well, Allison, but maybe.
I got some good ones this week. Oh, better than your crap.
My crap was good. There's a lot of it.
I heard that champagne, as in the drink and the region of France, their sales are plummeting to the point that they're like down 10% year over year. They're having a lot of issues. Now,
I saw that story.
My issue with this is, like, do they not see the pivot? Other than this saying, like, champagne tastes Budweiser pocketbook, champagne sucks.
And I only like doing the cork. That's the most fun part, shooting the cork. Everything should have a fireable cork.
Average bottle is $75. I don't care if I'm drinking cava. I don't care if it's Prosecco. It's fizzy, sparkly bullshit.
Fizzy bubbly.
Nobody cares.
So I went into a liquor store last year for New Year's. This year I just had one lying around. I said, give me the cheapest champagne or whatever you have. He said, well, we have this. I'm going to have one sip. I just want to do the cork. Give me the cheapest thing that the cork will fly. And he goes, oh, here's this fucking like Pruno. Cork shot beautifully. Tasted like champagne.
I don't think I've ever finished a bottle of... I don't think I've ever finished a glass of champagne.
I finished a glass.
Really?
But yeah, it just eventually just goes. But the cork is the fun part. And Zoe did the cork this year on her sparkling cider. That was fun. Just shoot a cork across the room. It's great.
It just feels really stupid that this region of France, are their noses so far in the air, they don't realize...
That is their entire economy.
That's it? There's no cheese or anything?
No. It's Sig and Barzini.
I can't believe you didn't remember I lived across the street from Barzini.
I don't know where things people live.
Next candidate. JetBlue announced today that they will now be taking Venmo as payments for flights.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as somebody who does a lot of business on Venmo, they're basically saying we're okay if you're laundering money and or you're gambling and you want to spend money on flights. We don't care how we make it.
I don't give a shit.
I don't do a lot of business, but I did quite well in fantasy football this year. It all comes in on Venmo that I then use to pay off things or send to the cleaning people. Like, what do you do with Venmo money?
I don't do anything. I don't have Venmo. I probably should get some because I did okay in fantasy football this year. But here's the problem. When it's like Rosie Perez. When I lose, I lose. When I win, I also lose because Jenna gets the money.
That's not the line, but okay.
No, it's like Rosie Perez. It's not actually. It's a la Rosie Perez. In that vein. Continue.
All right, Billy Ho. We take Milo for a haircut last weekend. It went amazing. We've been to a million places. It's all sucked. Remember that one time I went to a place and they were absolutely miserable, but I was like, we'll never be back here. We went back there and it went just as great as it did the first time. At the front, they have a sign that says candy not for sale. Now, Wonka, you're telling me that lollipop doesn't have a price?
Everything has a price.
It says candy not for sale. They had enough that they're a business. I have money. If you tell me that Tootsie Pop is $1 per, $2 per, you're not selling me.
So what do they do it for that? Just give it to you if you're a good boy?
Everybody gets one treat on the way out, which Milo spent the whole time during the haircut trying to bite the thing off. It kept him busy the whole time. I
saw him eat a crayon.
I can't believe you gave him a crayon.
I gave him that crayon?
Somebody did. Was it me?
I think it was the waitress. Maybe it was you, but he took a bite immediately. And then it was all hands on deck. It was like a bear trap trying to open his mouth to get the thing out.
I just saw they said candy not for sale. I'm thinking to myself, like, no, I guarantee you, to quote Grammy, they don't care enough. They're not getting paid to care enough. I can get an extra lollipop if I wanted it.
Yeah. You know what else you can do? You just take one. Because they're not going to chase you.
It was behind glass.
Bulletproof?
No.
Monkeys? Were there monkeys at this establishment?
Coors Light is doing a quick rebrand for the Super Bowl, calling their beer Monday Light because Super Bowl is on Sunday and you don't want to be hungover on Monday. Will not affect which beer I have for my Super Bowl and how much I have of it. What a stupid concept.
Is the label going to say Monday Light?
I think so.
So a bunch of well-paid executives sat around a table and this is what their brain came up with.
Do you know what they finally struck gold with? People follow famous comedians online. They are now hiring any asshole that has a comedy special to advertise for stuff. Like Shane Gillis is the Bud Light guy. I saw Santino and Stavros are advertising for Hooters. This is what people are going to buy. Like, just give me some likable, non-controversial comedians. That's all. You want a better rebrand for Coors Light? Just get Sebastian to go on there and just talk about it.
Well, just trot Kathy Ireland out there. It's not rocket science.
You put Sebastian out there. It's a Bud Light. It's good. You won't be hungover.
Yeah, he'd be good.
It'll sell. That's the recipe. Don't change the name. Just get somebody that people like.
So people don't like girls in bikinis anymore. Now they just want fully clothed male comedians
or funny female comedians.
You're gonna trot out there, Alex Borstein, Bud Light.
I thought you were going to talk about your Sarah Silverman, but we'll hold that for next week.
Oh, she was okay. It was a little somber, but she was good.
You had your chance. You did your talking.
I couldn't have my phone. It was for Netflix. We had to have that OtterBox thing.
Nice.
The Chappelle bag. He confiscated my laptop.
Wow. You brought a laptop to a gun
show? I brought it back from work.
Okay. Before we get there, you see a guy got kicked off of a flight for wearing a sweatshirt. It said FVCK World Hate Tour. And they basically came over and said, take off your sweatshirt. And immediately he goes, no, it doesn't say anything bad. Am I the dummy who thinks like speak when spoken to at an airplane? Like if you say that I'm wearing a shirt right now, it says steps move science. It's in research for one of my friend's daughters, which I'll always support. If somebody says, I find that if it's inside out in 3 seconds, just take me where I want to go. I do not care.
No, I'm digging in.
You're off the flight then, sir. And
then they go viral and then the flight, then they got problems. Then you get a Skeens card if you're kicked off a flight.
What's your line though? It says FVCK World Hate Tour. Somebody found that offensive. Take it off.
Your fucking problem. Don't look at it. It's America.
Okay. Well, you're also off the flight.
Why? I would make them answer why.
Minerals. Go to the bronze.
I would love to get kicked off a flight. I would be all nuts.
The governor of New Orleans has come out and said, we will be removing all the unhomed people of New Orleans for the next couple of weeks, putting them in a nice hotel wherever they have to be to clean up the city because the Super Bowl is coming there. After the Super Bowl, he's just letting them all loose again on the streets.
Why?
Because the Super Bowl is going to have...
Wait, they have a building that can physically hold every homeless person there.
They will be relocated. They will be relocating people, I think, up to an hour away. It's not one building. It's many establishments. They're going to give them case managers, but they've basically admitted to, we're going to help these people out for a couple weeks.
Whoa. Why give them case managers? Why not just put them in the building, lock the door, throw some food, and just see what happens?
Costs money. You can't do that.
No, it doesn't.
It's inhumane. You can't do that.
Well, there's that.
Okay.
But, I mean, you could film it. You can make some money, and it's essentially Squid Game.
Is this really weird, though, that they're just admitting, like, yeah, we're solving the problem for 2 weeks, and then we don't give a shit afterwards?
I don't let them run rampant. Just, like, solve the problem.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't know why they don't have, like, homeless game shows. You get, like, $6 million, but, like, you got to go weird stuff, man. I'd watch it. You wouldn't watch that. You watch The Bachelorette in Paradise Old Edition. You wouldn't watch 30 homeless people from different states? Just in some random Japanese-style game show?
No, I definitely would. But
you definitely would.
It's just not nice.
Who gives a shit?
All right, Zach.
Are they ever nice to you?
I am sharing my screen for this next one. Continuing with candidate number 1 at Red Robin, they have my nephew sends me a picture of something in the background. I see they have a craft beer list, or at least a really fancy beer list on the wall. I have him take me a picture and send it to me. So I am sharing now with you what they listed for their craft beers.
Oh my God.
It is a very colorful chart with the most basic shit ever. I mean, what do you want to say? The Lagunitas is the fancy one? It's Blue Moon, Stella.
Why is an Angry Orchard worth the same as a Goose, which is more than a Yingling? Who's doing the pricing here?
I couldn't get over how terrible of a list that was, and they made it real fancy.
This is Red Robin. This is where she goes.
Red Robin. Kissburger.
That's insane. What kind of food do they have at Red Robin? It's like an Applebee's?
But a little worse. And
where do they find Red Robins? There's one in like middle of nowhere, Massachusetts.
It's very close to my sister's house. There's one that's right down the boulevard near Olive Garden and Red Lobster.
Who goes to Red Lobster still?
And the last candidate, I don't necessarily think this is the best thing. It happened, or at least it got really famous right after our podcast. Have you been following this saga with the Eagles fan versus those Packers couple where he just absolutely exploded and went off?
Laid in there.
Do you know what my problem with this story is? Has anybody gotten this guy's side of the story? Nobody once has talked to this Eagles fan, because what you can see is the Packers fan is filming something. And what I caught from this is the Eagles fan says, "Oh, you think you can just into the air, first down." I think the Packers guy was going back and forth with him, and there was a first down, and he did the shoot it up in the face. Something happened. Now, I don't think what the guy said was so nice, but there was a back and forth. This was not him just raining all over these two poor people.
Nobody got the Italian guy's side of the Mookie Betts thing. You don't always need both sides. Hey, well, he jumped in our lap. He got the ball. Like, you don't always need the other person's side.
Go back and listen to it. The guy was saying, like, you think you're so cool. You were doing this. Those people were not sitting there just taking it. I mean, the guy clearly took it. You can hear him chirping back and forth. I've been an away fan many times. You just let it happen. You just kind of smile, you nod, you let it go. You start chirping back and forth.
No, you get the shit kicked out of you.
Nobody deserves what exactly happened, but I don't think those Packers fans are as innocent as people think. That's all I'm saying.
They suck.
Allison orders a Kissburger, or did she? Trump puts his hand not on the Bible. Forklift World Championships. Freed Israeli hostages given go bags from Hamas. Champagne is seeing the downside of people not liking champagne. JetBlue taking Venmo. Candy is not for sale when you get your son's haircut. Coors Light turned into Monday's Light. FVCK World Hate Tour. New Orleans governor helping out the homeless just for a little bit. The craft beer list with chalk at Red Robin. And nobody got the other side of the Eagles fan story. Who is the Pichadoo of the week?
It's somewhere between Allison and Hamas. And they're interchangeable in a lot of ways. But it is Hamas. Unless Allison has gift bags. Because if she's giving merch too, then she might be like,
So
it's Hamas. Hamas for giving Jeter-esque gift bags.
Boozer Daddy the podcast. Thanks for listening to tonight's episode. We had fun. We're going to keep doing this. Zach, R.I.P. Bob Uecker. Really, though, do you know how to play Euchre the card game?
What? Euchre the card game?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it's really fun. It's like Spades-esque. It's great.
He was good. The best.
We out.
We out.